I mean, Kansas City is going to be hard to knock off.
I was about to say, unfortunately, Kansas City appears to be able to make a run. It's difficult to say that the one that the Patriots just had, because you're talking about 20 years of a coach and quarterback hooked at the hip. And the AFC West, I think, is much tougher and will have a lot more continuity within it than the AFC East did in the 20 years of the Brady-Belichick rule. But it sure looks like the Chiefs are set up for a nice long run here, TD. Yeah.
I mean, you just look at it. I mean, their foundational pieces are pretty young. I mean, Kelsey's in his like the 8th year, I believe. But other than that, you have a young quarterback who's already proven, has already achieved and accomplished so much in his young career. The weapons that they have around him, it's just like one of those things where you say, what could derail this team? And typically, I'd say a few things. One is if they had a rash of injuries. That's the one thing we can never project or predict, having injuries. I think the second thing would be if they were to start looking back at 2019, and it's always about, okay, when we take the field, we're going to win, and, because we've always won. And that you have to stay in the now. If they can get their minds into the now and plan 2020 as if they didn't win a championship, they have to maintain that hunger. Or you might have a team that just matches up with them. I don't know if you remember early in the season last year where they played Detroit and then they played Indy, and they couldn't beat man coverage, and they struggled a little bit during that little stretch during the season. Everybody thought, well, the way you beat Kansas City is you have to, defend it with man coverage. Well, they figured it out, but unlike basketball or baseball in the postseason, it's a one-game series. So if somebody gives you problems in a one-game series, you don't have time to, make those corrections and then come back next week and try to, correct it. So that's what makes football challenging to repeat. It's just once you hit the postseason, there is no series. It's one game, and if you don't bring your best that one game, you can go home.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.